So, trying to reinforce once again this motivation of that which wishing to achieve full enlightenment, to benefit all sentient beings, and for these reasons, think that you are listening to these profound teachings, and also promise yourself to follow it up with practice. So, because it's not enough, just to whatever practice or the teaching that we are receiving is, that belong to our Mahayana, but in order to ensure that that you also become as a follower, as a practitioner of Mahayana teaching, so you have to integrate this teaching with your mind, and so therefore it's such as if you cultivating such bodhicitta mind, so it's really make that happen. In order to really to recognize and to appreciate all the excellent qualities possessed by a fully enlightened being such as like a Buddha, so you have to also recognize and appreciate the qualities possessed by such as the bodhisattvas, who is the only way to become a Buddha. So therefore, if you in another word, if you do not see any qualities, excellent qualities within the bodhisattvas being, then you are not seeing any or appreciating any qualities possessed by a Buddha. So therefore, we have to know that if we know what really make the unique quality of the bodhisattvas is, in terms of the bodhisattvas, the mental intention or the spirit motivation. So it's the bodhisattva is someone who has cultivated an altruistic mind, which is genuinely wishing to achieve full enlightenment, to benefit all sentient beings. And so not only the bodhisattva possess this excellent mental attitudes, but also at the same time, also with that attitude, and then engages in, motivated by that, and engages in the virtuous deeds, such as the 6 perfections deeds, and somebody who continuously engage in these deeds, and then eventually then reach to the fully enlightened state of the Buddha. So, with the achieving all the Buddha's body.
Sono tenitono a poter tenere cale androre se suggesse che lova logine she nare se yetendare genitene suggesse a reson suggesse con me in mai ngoya mare corro che corro ron ngaba soji ga ya ngado ngaba soji ma ngado ra 고다 롱롱게 따라 소제를 토지 야를 세가 소제 토지야 받대 소소 제거라 소소 갈 제가는 다음에 타마인 내가 시에레선 예전날에 갈래니 시에 통제세 예전에 되는 조바디 용거도 봐 대선도 한번 민자선 다된 자처럼 니말지 하고 안주 사고 이래 니말은 하고 거기 먹을라 내가 먹을라
So those of you who've been consider yourself a very old student, so you might find you are a bit ear bit noisy to hear the same thing over and over again. So the fact is that when we talk of the state of Buddhahood, which is a perfect state, which is free of all the faults, but endowed with all the excellent qualities. So when you talk of that, so it is not something which someone achieve instantly. So rather, it is the state which you. Someone who reached to that state in a very long, like a gradual process, where in which a person to work on trying to overcome in all the faults, even as one by one, and likewise on the other hand, trying to achieve all the qualities again in one by one, and in this way, then. At the end, then you reach the perfect state of enlightenment. So then, if we relate this to ourselves, state of the Buddhahood, then we all say that we have these Buddha potentialities, and we have the potential. We can reach to that the perfect state of enlightenment. So therefore. What we need to understand, however, is that we, in order to not simply knowing that we have potential, but in order to reach to this full potential, so we have to put an effort in terms of overcoming or getting rid of all the faults, even one by one, and then to work on cultivating and develop the excellent qualities one by one. So making this even as an ordinary being, so through this gradual effort, so we can also achieve the full enlightenment.
That's something to say. Share the payment, share the dead, when you're little, which is on the corner, then it's saying that you wouldn't then it compare. Union, the son of Donna, so share said, yeah, but it is really about them, then what is it? You mark on payment, needing other congo, share, then, so not your. You just pass a head, you just do one nothing, all yet, and so say, you woman do. And as on the young cheat non quantity channel, Saint Jedung Tons on yen, so yet the legend of Madachi, she was in you when you are 10 men, you just sugar, doing watch in Tonga, make that to you nothing much. Gerard Soso, ye didn't chill, Soso, Genuana, and a Medici. I don't never chin regiment and you said wise that the son said to the Nitesa, Mr. Chinja cost, Chinja saying that Chinja there, Chinja 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 curse was.
Shindekos.
Parts of General Rachel Lumen. I can just Jongalami Songa, Temba Dead Jin, and Lord Chamber Sajim, Lord Chamber Sajim, Lop Pomberda. Can you lop Pomber? And then Temba Zuma, met Najak, and you keep on moving. Keep on moving, Shankar was doing. Jirambo Chandra, the Kate Chonga, and Jawata, and then Gobble the Padata when you union so good. Young under sheep. This year, as a student, just handing you. Lord Chamberlain, which is so met Tajet. Sachi teachers and Jupiter teacher, no, I mean, never met Tajak generation. Jabia color something. That is an art chairman. That's him. There is a Chinacus and a Chama Toy the Chin Toy Magista. Chetsabal Toy the Tomal Jet, the Tiam Dua.
No.
Tell Chinacus.
Chusabos.
Chabo talk with the Tabo, the Tomal Toy, the Tiam Dua.
No.
How is the Chinacus?
Chutamuna,
the Chis says, Yolesan, imagine, party. Zany Sejin dying, said John. I take my Chinaka as a good jeton. So that jeton, my boy Jomo, you can't lie there. Not a logical.
Chutamuna, Koyamasola.
Depend on Lavies and Chetomos and Sigmar.
No.
Chesava level, that's what was I.
No.
Go on. Check it, run again. Check on.
Cancer.
Just how one dog goes, you are, yeah. Just how one dog and just one tomorrow, 10 Sigmar.
Ah, Magda should better come us. Docuna non so no.
Gama da just home, Malcolm with the just home. Chipachi with the Malcolm with the land. Marco say, just can just so better.
No. No, okay. Yes, Tibetan saying, I couldn't get it. No.
Lord Chamber Sachi, Lord Chamber Sachi, Malo, tell Lopong, it is actual.
No.
Link Sera Pegama, the Lord Chamber Chasuji Luda, not all Chasuji Lure. Rapeke Kishera, Luton Maradi. Enjoy it, very better. And then you are taking answer, and teach it in a matter, Russia Mungeta. Sera Amarta, and Jupiter Sachins, and Sachi teaches. How less tender anyone. Tanda in the cultures and the the culture, tongue other day, she just upon Yola, Macan Tanzona, Sajin Dadi, whom do you?
No.
Just have one so good, the church Roman to Mozojano, says him, the Sicabondia, but then no Jeres. Other chili, she, Yola Majana, that Chinda cousin. Then my yacht. There and there is she got there and there is these are it's the thoughts of the mother say she did the Banyola looking at Yapoing with this. You know, the down, you bosh it, yes. Miss Shambani just said, Yolas or yard, you know, to it, yet the Mundo at you with the Panto Shooty. Tell attending, Nita, Quang and a royal. So your carriage, Saint Jacon, Diamond, yeah, said, take quadding it 10 layer. Nije combat Tashason, and data, sent near the Dariamudu. The lady in the passion. There's Tessa and Cherasoda, Cherashi, and your legend, Tabara Yapores. 신이 마시방 하는 풍어야 말이야. 얘네는 여러 마시 풍 말이야. 나 대신 안 돌라고 알면서 그러고. 그래. 다선도 하던데. 안주 마사스. 안주 사이드 되는 여러 마시 때 이제 안주 사이드 되는 여러 마시 진짜 다선은 단동이 가르쳐는 저러서 때 야부 시야래 저러서 요가래. 시시야 정말 세진다라 배고야래. That's a good watching though.
So in terms of 갈로나 소야야만 고통으로
야, 변은 라베도 거를 첫 처음 4번 ጾ는데. 저 4월에 라벨란 라브치 되고요. 첫 정말 라베 저래요 맞지? 저래. 제일 거의 처음부터야. 근절다. 이제 다 라베 버리 첫 정말에 치카보디와.
저 당분간 로안 파사원은 로안 수학하고 잡아서.
덤보 저 4월 ጾ 근데 저 정말 저 지금은 돼. That's much about the church of the contest. Church of the child contest and see my dead as a Chandakasi. Then no young on the Yan, Saji Mother, Chinchaka Paris, Ching Domaro, Ching Sajin Domado,
Chu to kept also. Tonda this one.
I said, you understood their parties. With mind here, parties here. No, I say, same. You know, compassion. You see, and very suffering. You see compassion. You hear. You open, you see. Open, see. You see, depend. Really here. Yeah, really carry. Oh, now see, just see. Sabri, see sabri. No here, no much carry. You know, you open, you compare your God. Some people see, not happy, unhappy. You see here. I do. I help. Really, you can. That's parties. Some people see, no parties. Very sorry. No, unhappy, very unhappy, just that. You know, some people same. Love kind of true people, love kind of understand. Some people party don't come there. Somebody see, no happy see time. I do. What I do, really carry that. You know, some people say, he very unhappy. He live not happy. I no can help. They decided. Really, your friend, good friend, difficult time. Good your party, some people more closer, more help. Here no parties. Your friend anything. You're not here. Normally you're closer. That time, I said. He not happy, she not happy. I no can closer only. You want this on these parties that more in carry, more difficult carry. You know, really. I said, you need everybody need love, kindness, all love, honest,
compassion.
Compassion. You thought I live doing, meditation you're doing, really you do. People I say, same. I like happiness. I not like suffering. Same. He, she, all same people. Like happy, not like unhappy. Same me. This is how you become 2, 3 minutes, think there. So here feel very, very warm feeling. Really here very clear, see. Then you open your door, you're very happy. Really, you're very, very happy on. It's not there. I said, understand good understand good parties. Good understand not good parties. I said, not really enough. Some people here, then I know. Some people good parties, some people life can't carry that more more here, mind or change, mind very good. Some people no, I know. I know there. You do I know. Lord Chilan Rochachunta, Tate is. Hang it at Sam all hard, Lamazanga Handel, Maloja no Dashati. Right, Chid the law and drum road, go law and drum road, Tatsek had delicious dining wonder the Maduchi. No my chizo, Nikas, Chimaza, Nika, Chizo, Nikas, Niji Chen rod, Kundro Chun rod, Trotto Chun rod, Maja Chun rod. So the chizo, many Nemo, Tanset, don't have no. The version is show up and rather.
So you have heard this before, but it's important to always to remind to ourselves the indication of how we are making progress on the Dharma is not so much on the how much we know about Dharma. So rather we should look at our own. We should measure in terms of the transformations within our mind. So as the great Lama Tsongkhapa says that the measurement of the how one is going with meditation practice or the spiritual practice, so is in terms of the knowing whether in terms of whether the compassions towards other beings, whether is this greater or or lesser, or in terms of the one's the amount of delusions within mental afflictions within oneself, whether to knowing whether it has increased or decreased, and in terms of one's like a faith towards one's spiritual gurus and towards the dharmas, whether that has increased or not. So therefore this is something we have to be aware of this as we follow the spiritual practice. And even if individually, if we look at our own life and see the difference, make the difference between how we were before we met the Dharma and how we in what way we have changed. And again, in here, the basis of where we should be focusing is on our mind, in terms of whether we the negative state of mind, such as the anger, whether since we met Dharma, whether we have a reduced amount of anger, anger, jealousies, and hatred, so forth. So this is something that we should make a conscious effort to check and to direct our spiritual our practice towards that.
said the Maria, Shara, Yelling, Zug, not the general room. Neither, one number could get out. Wrong is said the shech, the man, the enemy meant that out. The town pagan you are. Mamma lie, must that take a lesson, sing the Georgia suit. Wrong is shen, drop a shot, judges and beba shot. Young is and drop a shot, wrong is and beba, yet a beba. Yet a dog, wrong yet a bath, calming. Wrong share the other mother, there's a woman. So shared my back, me share the other. See, much something to do this, and I want to sing, and other summer machines in your moderation. Then the Russia telling it, the Metro Sandup. Niamo said, shall no sanctity. There are opposite. Tell mother, she Dharma, the Yemi, Nesa, the name, Yemi share, the Nijana, the name, King Yambo says, tell the water.
So for instance, whenever we experience any unhappiness in our life, then we should be, as a spiritual practitioners, so we should be looking for the cause within ourselves, rather than trying to look for the cause externally. So always trying to point towards one's mind, and trying to see this is where, because the main, as we have already, we all know that the main source of all our sufferings are really the mental afflictions, and so therefore, when we look for the cause of the sufferings, cause of the difficulties and the unhappiness, if we look outside, we won't be able to find it. So rather, if we look inside, then we can find it. And so therefore, having found that, it's like we need to recognize the cause of the suffering clearly, and then to see that as a reality. Once you are true enemies, and then trying to work to counteract, to defeat that, and so in that way you could really will be able to reduce suffering in your life. So as you all once I quoted in the teaching that the Atishas, saying the passage by Atisha saying how we should be. We should be always, proclaiming or always about pronouncing our own fault, and but not of the fault of the other beings, other peoples. So however, in our situation, in our real situation, we are quite opposite. We're always trying to be very, hiding and trying to hide our own, cover our own fault and the weakness, and whereas as we find every opportunity to point out the faults of the other beings. So however, Atisha said, we should be rather pronouncing, rather the qualities of the other beings, by like such as we should be admiring the qualities of other beings. But however, Atisha said, for as far as your own qualities goes, you should be humble and trying to keep that for yourself. And again, how in practice, in our view, our mental way we think is how it is contrary to the this great advice.
다스 선세토나 하고 되어 진짜 마선이 지송나 되는 만도 대세 세진도 하든 되는 것이 뭐라 내내 녀모를 만 삼번 맞지면서 내내 롱이 녀모들 하셔도 녀몽에서 녀모라 녀미 싸나더니 걔가 Anything, I know which is saying she and the ring without under the combine what I call the she has her hand in the machine.
So basically, is the what we want to achieve through spiritual practice is to really to subduing our own, like a mental continuums, and and in order to do this, so we have to recognize what makes our mind very very wild and very uncontrolled. So that is we recognize that it is the mental afflictions that we continuously generate in our mind, and which are the reality fault of the mind, downsides of our mind, and so therefore by recognizing that, and if we make an effort trying to overcome and to remove this, then we can naturally can see the result of becoming more our mind becoming more softer, more gentle, and so forth.
How to endeavor the need lung the bus and you that lung to need the casuals and they come along did there was a casino. You more share and Sherocon, the Casamado discuss content, then Casual said, Donna, Sibyl, Coan, the Tonje, the answer not only children. G. Sawa Chedans. Nobody vision, nobody doesn't dress like a job bigger than Dani, Sawa, Novato, Pasha, the Chebacheda, Male, Papumbana, and Tabi Chok, the Munebe, Yondela Cheda, Top Bacheda, Roger Tonche, the Bayano, Seta, Panto in Devate, the share society gets to change it. Meet the shit. Never any, Lungi the pass. How to endeavor there, Cattle Day, how to endeavor down, Coits are done, Maribaza, Sane, Bonnet, and Chu to Yunda Chu Torres, that any era, that look at the battery, that any look at the panos, that how could I share what? Yeah.
It's an idea, Yamoski. Tambul Kalsaki. Cosus of Pons.
Cattle, right? I'm not telling you, look at the back of any.
How do go, Madam? Long to us, what there? In the Titan. Ah. Huh? 70? I get it. 170, sorry. I was looking. Okay. Where's Silent? Okay, yeah, in the bottom. Yep. Yeah, now we gotta look here. Okay, sorry. No. You were thinking long to us.
You bought any longer to Valanda.
No.
Any longer to Lando and Driver. Driving in a target, the Dharma to be sure I dig it in, quite such a rest last time.
No.
You thought it.
No.
Didn't do it. You thought the girl.
No.
Charles and Zexu, you thought, and Dodiners, Donas.
Donas, so long. Sibyl caught the Tamjes as well.
Oh, then they're doing that.
No.
Take a thought, Tenny. Never any longer to us that tell the shares on it.
No. So so the just before we begin this section called the second is establishing it by the scriptures. So before that, so the text, the commentary read, in short, everything within the world, worldly existence comes from the misconceptualization of grasping at true existence. Therefore, it is rooted in it and in the nature of the conceptual constructions. So those who fully eliminate and uproot the conceptualized grasping, together with its latency, will attain the highest state of Nirvana, the supreme non-abiding Nirvana, enabling them to accomplish all the welfare of their own self and others. So when you say the second establishing it, so that refer to that these statements.
Mari Chimbo Des, Koy Janso to the Tunashe, no to Tini, no to Tins, Lanena, Tome Tins, Lanen, non Haja the Tome Sa, and no even. No Matobata, you be Zuli Jones, that day, my Zuli Jones, what and don't want you could. La Jay says, no Mato, the Sochena, no to, and the Agata, non di, Nagan did, non did this, Ranger, Moto Topanja, she sues, then Doji Niki, Lingi, the Deba Zetos, that Doji Inkireta, Koisa, Don Mari by Manda, Little Koran, Don Mari by T. Yamaton, Dametobi, I want to take about there, Dodo.
So if we read the commentary, the second is establishing it by the scriptures. The Bhagavan Buddha has said, the great ignorance of conceptualization causes us to fall into the ocean of samsara. Abiding in the state of non-conceptual concentration is as clear as like a space free from conceptions. The Dharani of entering non-conceptuality also says, when bodhisattvas non-conceptually contemplate the excellent teaching, they will transcend conceptuality so hard to overcome and eventually reach the non-conceptual state. The scriptures cited here are from both the sutra and tantra. So essentially, no.
Dharma Gobi with any or Moto Sabadi by the one Nibita, Kuchita Ishanas, that charging there, Kangan there. For not only Shuatus, not done the Mari, but you know, not said the Coral of Mari, the king of the lake. Under the Kazi, she had the mother left of a shiver. Land shoot your meditation, some Papa was in Peja Lamasa, just tell you. Danda on trust, I tell her, Papa said, Danda over the Chinese, won't tell him pots, my Papa said, Children cut the light, children no so she signed the Papa said, Mother, say you are married, Chocorati, Kakazore, Kodang Ra, and Koizati, Danda Mari Bali, call the pots. They all the royal money. They all the Maria, pay less out of Maria. The less such a shabba, done the Maria, all the rogue, the testing the tandos, and for not only sure at all, Dharma gone with not all Sabbath the Jabba, born Nevada, Kuchita Yishenas, then the Yabu, Zanduya.
Then the commentary continue. As to the question of the scriptural source to attest that worldly existence comes from the conceptual thought, and through meditating on selflessness we can eliminate conceptualized grasping together with its latency. The above quote by the Bhagavan. So here the commentary raises questions. So which is to about the relating to the what is the scriptural source, in to prove or as an evidence to show that this conceptualization is the source or from where this worldly existence of the samsara arise. So as to here the term conceptualization, so here it's really referring to the grasping at this at the true self, or the conception of a self, which in terms of the our experience, then we're referring to this deep down a sense of like a innate sense of I that which arise within us. So it's referring to that, and so that is the that conception of self is really the source of worldly existence. So in fact, when we when we talk about the difference between the like ordinary to as a superior beings, so what makes the being superior, then I would make the point to this attribute of this of having overrule, or having overruled over this conception of a self, or these self-graspings, so which makes the person a superior some way. So whereas so it is this, once you, not only that, if once someone who conquered, who free oneself from this rule of this the sense of I, or this self-graspings, then that person then no longer even create the what we call as a propelling actions of the karma, and so the question is that what is the scriptural source to show this, that this is the case, that this conceptualization is the source of the samsara, and as well as then as it says here, the realization of selflessness, which then it says that is has the capacity to eliminate, to overcome this conceptualization together with its seeds, and again the question is, what is the source for scriptural source for that?
danzal cheva pas danzuma isa dang isa dema thola phema mes sa the se ta da son the ma cheva da chon den de je da sambar ji li san de le ya po te yong da ta son.
There's also the kunjus but sama kunjur long dema thola phema
ta pa to me dema thola.
So there's also the statement by the Asangas, saying that the one who realize the truth, then no longer create the propelling karma or the propelling actions. Yeah. So here, when you say seeing the truth, that is talking about the directly, seeing the ultimate truth. And then you no longer create the any throwing or propelling karma.
ngama zo chi dan de che wu se de ba so chi ga ngan dan de che wu se dan de jabo nga ro ye bo ne ti che wu se de da kale da me nge se to da ko ti la pa mo ro ne che wu tin tai dan de che wu tai de le pa yo da da na ne che mun de de nga ro ka le de re e chi mi chi 안 되지 편보여 담시 다양한 섬자 지리 단대이다 그 가제 예세네 그데다 섬자 지리 용도가. So
the implication here is that in order for a karma to be called as a throwing karma or a karma, then it has to be the motivated, or it has to be result from a rather of course strong form of this the conception of a self, or a self conception of an I, or a self graspings, and since someone who have directly realized these conceptions, realize the selflessness, or who have who have overcome, directly realize the selflessness of then have is like the overcome or become the free oneself from the control or from the enslavement of these self grasping. So therefore that person, we call it like a superior being or transcendental being, because you are no longer under the control, under the rule, under the thumb of this the self graspings. So then the commentary continue with this quote, which the above quote by the Bhagavan from the Sambuddha Tantra clarifies it. So then the commentary continues with the as said in it, the syllogistic statement is the given, the subject, the object of knowledge. The conception of grasping at things, the conception of the grasping at things is the great ignorance, so which serve as the root cause of samsara.
야소살라 대도 사자 문제와 대하죠 사라니 만토와 세가리나면 아대 나 거의 양소선 과도 양소리죠 양소는 대도 담에 봐 등하시 제바인 비신 양소 진노르다 말이 백등하시는 되었는데 제바 전부다 다 내려가네 토마 단지 말이 봐도 코마보나 그게 대도 담에 봐서는 코알라 등하시는 코레스 상은 산도보다 얌 대산도 라 계속 라자 덴바제 덴바네 중화 덴바 근주 덴바 우대 라데제라 중화 덴바다 근주 레 니모라 니모노 타텐 단절 주바 마텐디 파산도가 근데 나 이제 단절은 서마셔나 단절 뒤에서 근데 레레 야 빼나 nga che se tere nga do ngene ro rongi shola chapa she yang shola do she de to tere nga do lika le yong da la sa tere da ne ma na de yong mo de wa ite tang ngene re ha dunga de ne le la se le nyamo la de nyamo za da de ma re tu de se za ko re de wa ra nga roje da nga ko roje ma tra ba roje nga se le ne ko ka ze shu che wa zen ni ge ne rong ge shu de la chapa ye shu do se de ong ge da ma de ji ko ye le sa yo da na da de sa che ze se ze对吧？学爸爸也学着学，俺呢可以讲错了嘛，对些的呢，学爸爸的俺的容易拿着马里把家个实空俺的话对我马里俺说，容易的拿着马里把的对，所以在东呢，他也不的话，俺呢现在没的说说的拿着的俺是啥个？俺这拿着怕鸡蛋的，拿也那是好点的，因为我们带。对吧？也不写是他过去他点过呀，也包括前边占据吧，也得3点么话这么点。
Okay, so the commentary continues. If I repeat that syllogistic statement, the conception of grasping at things is the great ignorance which serves as the root cause of samsara, because it is the doer. Or the perpetrator who causes us to fall into the depthless ocean of samsara. So clearly in here, so the points to this self-grasping, this conception of grasping at things, which is the self-grasping as the root cause of samsaras. So this conception of grasping here, so can be particularly you can refer to the if you talk in terms of the 12 links. So that's the first link, ignorance, and then when we talk in terms of the four. If you think about in terms of the Four Noble Truths, then there's a truth of sufferings, which then followed by the truth of the cause of the suffering. That's where the suffering arises. And then when you drill into the truth of suffering, then it has a karma, and then a karma which arises from the delusions or mental afflictions. And then if we again further dig into the mental delusion, then eventually it all rooted in these self-graspings, self-graspings of which is grasping at this inherent self. Now, this which we just before we mentioned that when this grasping at self, when we hear the word, when we say, when we think of this, it is referring to this deep down within us, this innate sense of I, or there's some sort of self identity there, and so therefore it's important that when that is we have to see that, we have to recognize that as the root cause of all our sufferings. So in a sense that the stronger that sense of I is, then the delusion will also be greater, and then followed by the greater will create the greater karmas which will throw us into this cyclic existence. So therefore it's important to in terms of the practice, so it's important to, even when we think of the conception of a self, so we should not think of it's just like some sort of idea, or some sort of doctrine which is out there, with a view of self. Or so rather, it's important always to think, relate that. When we hear this conception of self, then we relate this deep down sense of self within ourselves and then trying to understand how, with that sense of I, how we exist, and then we will see that the way we, in that deep of sense, we seems to have a very inherent and independent existence, and then we can also, as we just mentioned earlier, how more we grasp that the true, or the stronger we grasp at that inherent or that intrinsic self as the ultimate reality of our self, stronger in that, and then more our thought, this emotion, or the thought of seeing those who are distant from oneself as a with a stronger sense of aversions, and whereas those who are close to one, there's a stronger sense of attachments arises, and then how we know how when there's a stronger and a greater sense of this emotion of attachment and aversions, and then how we cannot prevent the how we create the actions. So therefore is important to as we study this, when we talk about this conception of a self-grasping, so important to relate this to the deep down sense of I within oneself.
Mari Chimbote, Shapapo, Shapapo, Chimbi Dan Jugo, Koi Jansor, Tamaba, Shapapo Yimbina, Ala Chimbo, she would have you got it, Chimen, Chimbi Dan, Chimen, Tangi, Chambo, Chambo, Chodon, Semet, Kaz, Troy, Le, Dani, Cho, Meju. Shabapo, Sanga, Koyetene, London the Shabapo, then call a chimney that and you the young and then you are called the Chimenzeli, Chambosa, Chosa, Concho, Quay Aboris, Consema Paris, the Loma de Kokibachim Boris, the Cottons and Disham Boris. I think the Akon, Shabapo, chimney that you would do that, yes, I thought the Hakon the others.
And then the commentary continue. The doer, which is referred to the ignorance, is attributed with the prefix great, which is appropriate as said in the treasury of deathlessness. The great, the supreme, and the immeasurables signifies the traits of the learned, diligent, and passionate. So so meaning of this is quite self-explanatory. How all means the word, all these words have the same meaning, but we we can use in a different context, even though it's the same meaning. Like if somebody who's a great learned, we can call it great learned or supreme learned, and immeasurable, and so forth.
Yes, that's all. Not only she see by she will go on in the lungi, Dennis, Takatong at the Rosa, me and Rosa Teacher, me. Anton me, and devil me share about them, devil me share about them, Sicily, somebody, thought Rosa, that is driven the lungi 10 years, the Arco Church. Go on in the lung, there, lungi to the Dennis, that's not only she see by no question, Sashi, there go on in there, lungi done. There's a malis, and there's a malis of Bombage, Shamani, lungi to Banos, started there.
So then continues, having established the meaning of the first two lines by the scriptures, the nature of this worldly existence which has come from conceptualization and so forth, we now take into account of establishing the meaning of the next two lines by the scriptures.
Nirvana, Lenza Chere, Lenza, no to Yambo, don't maybe there, repeat it. Tene, Yaban Yebse, and said, Genta, go by my no one to be thinking the nature, combashi, because you said it. Combashi, Tene, or Mashi, Ta, Raja, Tashambate, Dedige, Dedo Chai, Nonkai, Jada, Toba maybe, Sanja, Chini Sawa, Gasson, Tons, is that it. Totes, you know, Toba Jada, Toba, Pasha, the Japan, Yoba Shepa was, that Kaju Jilly Swimby, Sher, then the repair, Ocean, you, that without she so tame, and then my super sauce, I don't know many other. So, Madame Mundra, Chamadut,
So we will just do the reading by the scripture. So thus the elimination of conceptuality is the highest state of nirvana. As an antidote to the conception grasping at truly existence, you probe into the meaning of selflessness, and at the end of our final analysis, when you have gained the definite ascertainment of it, abide in the non-conceptual concentrations, free from conceptions. So you need to remain there to become familiar with it, and when you achieve the complete familiarity, you will vividly perceive the suchness or the ultimate nature of mind with the non-conceptual awareness as clear as like an autumn space free from cloud, as all the dualistic conceptions together with their latencies are dispelled. Yes. So this is mentioned in the Union of Sun and Moon Tantra, as the saying of the sages goes, the perfect is not perfect. The same reasoning goes here. No. So as a further scriptural sources, it is also mentioned in the Dharma of entering non-conceptuality, that if you abide single-pointedly in the meditative equipoise on the profound emptiness, you can remove the veil of conceptual elaborations.
Gomba Janana, Samala Shepe, Nobatobu, Sha, Dabaka, Nomba Dede, Ranger, Noma Moto, Ishitobanjaro, Sada, yes, Sotanaba, Judah, and you demand Rajan.
So it says, having gained the wisdom arisen from listening and contemplation on the profound Mahayana noble Dharma, Bodhisattvas contemplate and meditate on the non-conceptualities which opposes the mental attention to the sign of true existence. As a result, they will transcend the difficult to transcend the net of the conceptuality sign and eventually achieve the awareness of non-conceptualities.
Then the guy the church discussion asking is over that did the matter low in church is a matter teaching church discussion and no I don't have some my back at the budget there. And I thought they much in there. Ah, never and you didn't little remember talking a chin of Tonje Shem happy, the Roger Mabacha, then agent, no but don't mention the Goma Shah. That's it. Goma Shah, kind of. She's used that.
The second is the summary. having ascertained through scriptures and through reasoning that phenomena are not produced nor inherently existent, meditate without conceptuality. By relying on the corpus of definitive scriptures and stainless reasoning, ascertain and thoroughly understand the lack of true or inherent production of all phenomena encompassing person and aggregates, and then you meditate single-pointedly on the meaning of suchness without any sign of conceptualities. So it is said, following the listening, take the practice to the heart, and with ease free from the stain of birth.
TV 진주 레바님보 자셰인 존이 태주타 자신의 지라이사 되더라 TV가 저저 레바님보 셔바더니 셰빈 조신 화의 셰빈 조를 세 중원에 다 이제서 다제 시스템이 설사 다 되네 녀반 레베지 레베 치시에 봐서 되는면요
디 마르틴 로사스 로사스 되는만 로사스 되게 So the second is the presentation of the result. Yes.
Meju Seni She Ta Cha Jachambo Sibio Goni, Shenedo, Hondungate, they are Kona, Gomba, Shin, Shibate, Shibala, Shibate, then Shibale, Giba Yete, Solo Chungin, Chambola, Lapan, Ranger, Tesola Soban, Ebanjibi, Chadon Sombachi, Ja, Toba Shen, Jitain, Debi, Ishita, Sherry, Ishija, Tombo, Sarada Gavaton, La Sobi, Debi, Yabani, the Chibi, the Jetty, thing as the Japanja, and Java, Top and Jala, daily touching in Java, then Sojer, we can do that, the man, Sojer, Shonju, Chambo. Because Yishik Nate, Jacomboy, Yamareva, Yatoni, God, the men, Raw, Tayeba, Maji, Trawashipi, Trale, Sanjan Rabaton, Jamachaba, Coaches, Mataban, Yu, Shell, Tejan, Coachesepa, Lena, Yamachaba, and there she should be searched that day. Tejan Coaches, they are going to understand.
So just going to do the reading of this, the last the heading, the second, which is the presentation of the result. So verse 59, having thus meditated on suchness, eventually after reaching heat and so forth, the very joyful, and then others are attained, and before long the enlightened state of Buddhahood. Having thus trained in the common practices, beginning from taking refuge, and all the practices related to the person of small and middling stages, you generate the true of the wishing and engaging mind of enlightenment. Following that, you meditate on suchness with calm abiding and special insight, supplemented by the vast method. There is a purpose to this meditation in that it enables you to traverse the small, the middling and great path of accumulation, and eventually attaining the 4 stages of the path of preparation, resembling the certain discernments such as heat and so forth. Relying on the super-mundane or transcendental wisdom, you then would attain the very joyful one and others which encompasses from the second bhumi to the 10th Vajra like meditative concentration. In this way, in fact, you will attain all the short-term results. Consequently, before long, you will quickly attain the ultimate results of the great enlightened state of Buddhahood, characterized by 3 bodies, 5 sublime wisdoms. You will then spontaneously perform enlightening activities to ripen and liberate infinite numbers of fortunate beings. The stream of these enlightening activities will flow until the end of cyclic existence. It is said, likewise, it is accepted the continuation of action will never cease until the end of samsara. So the shall I advise that for the next 2 Tuesday nights, so if you can hold discussions on the content of these sections called the second is the presentation of the result. So if I don't know, have you all got a copy of that, or if you don't, so in this under this heading, in fact, in this very short form, really it contains the lot of the topics are included here, very important topic, and all connected, and so in your discussion it's important to know these not only the various topics separately, but also how these all are structured and connected. And then what follows after this to the end of this text is all about the bit of the presentation of tantra, tantrayana, and so which we would most likely we will go in very just give a very summary, and you what you find in the commentary also give you a good framework, and if those who are more interested, you can study in your own way. No? So maybe if some of you could bring the tea, and we'll continue with the prayer.